to see the writer and the lawyer who acted in the movie titled AKPAMA. So I'm just heading to their office now. Hi, good to see you. Barr, Tony, right?
Yes,
good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
How you doing?
Barrister David.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. You look quite different from what I saw in the movie.
That was a suit. I was wearing a suit, so.
Thank you for having me. You had a nice office here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. My name is Helen Okon. Today, I am going to be speaking with Barrister David Agbonifo, who acted as a prosecutor in the movie titled AKPAMA. He's going to take us through, his role as a prosecutor in the movie.
The movie AKPAMA, it's a new movie, though not yet on the cinema. I played the role of a prosecutor in that movie. And the essence of that movie was to expose the ills in the judicial system, especially in our legal system in the Niger Delta, of a young man who was so traumatized growing up with different folks and relations. Out of that frustration, he killed 2 persons in a bid of trying to protect his people. And the matter was taken down to the city, filed in court for the lawyers and the judge to look into the matter. That was where I played a vital role as a prosecutor, stating before the court that he should be prosecuted for killing someone.
So was this guy guilty for him to have been warranted to be prosecuted?
Well, the provisions of the law, as it is that a man is presumed innocent until he's proven guilty. So in that movie, there was enough circumstantial evidence to prosecute him. The issue of he used the bow and arrow to kill somebody, and the person was found dead, the bow and arrow was retrieved from him with some blood stains on it and all that. So those are the circumstantial evidence that was used against him, and he was found guilty of the offense of murder.
So what's the lesson in this movie? I mean, for a layman out there, what was the message? What message was this movie all about trying to tell? What story was this movie trying to pass to the audience?
It goes without saying that a man, although is presumed innocent until he's found guilty, the lesson to be learned is that the ignorance of the law is no excuse. If you kill somebody in the process of trying to defend yourself, the law will still look at it. Whether you did it in a bid to protect your people or not is wholly irrelevant, because the issue, the killing, the murder, is what the court will look at. The offense, which is a criminal offense, the offense in which the person has committed, will not, how will I explain this now, will not elude him based on the fact that he was ignorant of the law. He still has to pay the price. So the lesson is that everyone should be careful out there. No matter how angry you are, no matter how traumatized your life may be, the court is not going to look at that. It's going to look at the offense. that you have committed, a criminal offense which is against the law. To take another man's life is a criminal offense, and you'll be held guilty for it.
As a justice or as a lawyer who is vast in this area, what advice do you have for people who literally don't know anything about the law, and sometimes they just do things without knowing that this could actually land them in trouble? What advice do you have for them to be able to familiarize themselves with the law of the land?
Like I said earlier, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Punishments are determined in advance so that a person can deter himself from a particular behavior. So if you now say, for example, the offense of rape. The offense of rape is a criminal offense. So the punishment, the punishment that is attached, or the sanction that is attached to rape, the punishments are already determined in advance. That look, if you rape somebody, you will go to prison for life, you will serve jail term and all that. So ignorance of the law is no excuse. Punishments are determined in advance so that a person can deter himself from a behavior, a particular behavior. So any behavior that you know is criminal in nature is better to avoid.
Okay, so what next for this movie? Was it last month this movie was officially launched, or was it launched or the premiere of the movie? So what next?
Yes, this movie was officially premiered 30th of April last month.
2 months
and
ago, actually, yeah.
by Sean George, who's the producer of this movie, a very known actress and a lady who's well known in Hollywood. She's been there for so many years, and so she is the producer of this movie, and we're expecting that it has to go through a lot of processes, but very, very soon it will be showed on DSTV and all social media and television platforms, to showcase this movie.
So what should we be expecting? I mean, once this movie comes out, what should we be expecting? About like the excitement. What should people be expecting?
Well, this movie is a boom.
We're waiting for this movie.
The movie is a boom
because I've heard so much about the movie.
It's like a project.
Yeah,
it's
having
like
some
a
judge
project.
as a producer, I mean,
it's like
that's
a project. It was actually written by my very good friend Tony Anegbe. This book was published first in 2014 when we first met. Before we became actors in this same movie.
Okay, so are you saying that this movie is actually coined from a book?
It's coined from a book.
Oh, I see.
Titled Presumed Guilty. Written by Tony Anegbe, my good friend.
Wow.
Who is an assistant director in the Federal Ministry of Justice.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. That's very.
Your Highness, strange things are happening in Uwese Kingdom.
The men who came here, they are actually in search of the oil that is deep down in the soil.
I am so afraid.
I will not let anything happen to you.
Even the gods are silent on this one.
Very interesting. So what next for you as an actor?
Well,
are you working on something? Anything coming up?
It's something I've always had passion for.
Okay.
Outside my profession, it's something I've always had passion for. It's something I do with passion, not necessarily because of the money or the popularity, but it's something I have passion for. In the entertainment industry. It's something I really, really value so much. And to tell people out there what's going on in the real world and all that.
So how are you able to manage your time, working in an office and at the same time an actor? How are you able to do that?
Well, I'm able, just like any other person or businessman who's working at the same time doing business. So we always create time. It's something we have passion for. I can just sit down, read a book, and act. So it's not a big deal for me. It lies in me there. It's what I love doing. And
this is your passion.
Yes.
So one last word for those of us who are waiting for this movie? One last word for us.
Well, be expectant. Put your hands on all your social medias and be expecting to see myself, the AKPAMA, my good friend Tony Anegbe, and all other actors who are featured in this movie.
Okay, thank you very much. Like you said, be expectant. One word I got from him is ignorance of the law is not excuse. So stay out of trouble and watch out for the movie AKPAMA. Thank you.